Uh,
I'm so excited to introduce Melissa. Hi, Melissa. So, as if you didn't know, which I know you told me, you're like, you guys merged. Melly and I merged our team calls. So, this is Limitless Army and Team Above the Cut. So, we are doing it together, just so we could all benefit from one another and learn from each other. So, we're excited. And we're excited that you are able to do this call for us. So, for those of you who don't remember, Melissa's actually going to talk about volume and how to bank with Team Beachbody. So, in case you haven't heard, which I'm sure you've all heard of Melissa Martinez, she's actually a lifetime 3-star diamond coach. She was 2013 Premier Coach, and she's the co-founder of Leewell Legacy. But you all knew that already. So Melissa's here today with us tonight. Thank you so much, Melly. I know that with our message, you were like, what? It was all me. But she's here to discuss volume and how to bank with volume and behind in your back office. And we always say she's the guru of this because she knows it with her eyes closed. Sometimes she's talking and I'm like, what math are you doing? She's like, the weak leg and the strong leg, and then when you add them up, this is how much money you make. I'm like, my brain does not work this way. So we are so excited that she is able to take a few minutes and just teach us about volume and how we can earn some cash. The floor is all yours, Melly.
Thank you. I'm sorry that I look a hot mess, but I honestly...
Oh, girl, you look great.
I said yes because it was you two and your team. I was like, I have 2 prospect calls, but that's okay because I will deal with those later. How many new coaches on here? I want to know how far. I can't see everybody's faces.
Okay. How many we have?
Wanda's not new. I know Jasmine's not new.
A lot of them are emeralds.
Okay.
Wendy is new. She's probably the newest coach who's on right now.
Okay. All right. So for those of you who are not new, I'm going to say sorry in advance, but I have to break it down where, let me share my screen with you guys.
No, go break it down, girl, because it helps us understand even better. Because even I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean, Jamara says she's kind of new, but she's got this. She went to Summit. She had like the speed rounds.
I remember her and her transformation. Hold on a second. Can I share my screen? Do I have permission?
Yes.
You should, yeah.
All right. Can you guys?
Yep, we see it.
All right. So I hate to go and talk about exactly all the definitions because I know a lot of you here do know it, but we have to talk about them because some of you don't. Personal volume. When you hear me talk about PV, oh God, there goes that T move again. It drives me nuts. Personal volume is obviously volume generated from personal orders, which mean your orders and your customer orders for you personally. Team volume, volume created by the coaches in your organization. So anybody who you add as a coach and the order they sell or the orders that they purchase are team volume. Left leg volume and right leg volume. Left leg volume is exactly that. It's volume created by the coaches on your left leg. Right leg is volume created by the coaches on your right leg. All right. So, and this is where I said it would get tedious, but I have to. Emerald. What does it take to be an emerald? You have to have an active coach on your left leg and one active on your right leg. And when I say active, I mean that these coaches both have to have minimum 50 personal volume points. As an emerald coach, they can earn team bonuses. They can earn up to $250 a week in team cycle bonus. And they cap at that, by the way. Pay special attention to that. You can earn new customers if and when you achieve Success Club 5 and are a Team Club member, which I hope everybody here is a Team Club member. So if you're going online and you are working out on demand, you are a Team Club member. Okay, Ruby. Most people skip this stage, but if you didn't skip it or lose rank at some point, here are the benefits of Ruby. As a Ruby, you earn 5% matching bonus of anybody in your organization who earns Team Cycle. For example, if your team, if Julie on your team earned $200 in Team Cycle, 5% of that goes to you. Not out of her $200, but you earn, what is it, $10? Am I right? I can't even think right now, guys. Hold on. Yeah, you would earn, instead of earning 20, which would be the 10% for Diamond, you would earn $10. Your Team Cycle bonus, instead of getting paid out at $14, which I skipped that before, guys, I'm sorry, you get paid at $16. And I'm going to explain the breakdown to all this very, very soon. And your max team bonus increases to $1,000. So as a Ruby coach, you can earn up to $1,000 a week in Team Cycle bonus. Now it starts getting good. As a Diamond coach, your bonus increases from 5% to 10%. You qualify from Beachbody to get free coaches. This is once you achieve Success Club, by the way, guys. Your cycle bonus now increases to $18 per cycle versus $14 and $16 for Emerald and Ruby. And your team bonus increases to $2,000. Now, as you see below, that is the breakdown for a Diamond. If you don't know exactly what it means and you have any questions and you want to ask your upline coach or you want to ask now, I'd be more than happy to explain. So now let's get to the good stuff. Here is a breakdown of what it would look like to be, what you would earn. So Emerald caps at $250, Ruby at $1,000, and Diamond at $2,000, like I mentioned before, okay? So let me grab my calculator. Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second, guys, I'm sorry. I got my phone. So if you guys are wondering, all these crazy numbers that you hear coaches talking about, people quitting their job, and Saudi, who is one of the co-founders of Team Eagle, which is our parent company, talk about hitting the $1 million club. And how does she do that? How is she able to make this money? How are we able to earn all this money? Here's a breakdown, guys. So as a 1-star Diamond, you cap at $3,000. As a 2-star, so it goes increasing at $1,000 at every star you add. Make sense, guys? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do a breakdown now. All right, so I'm gonna explain something to you guys that I wish I would have, well, I didn't have this problem, but I'm gonna show you guys some examples of, and when I say I don't have this problem, because I wasn't very big of a retailer, but this right here is a person who walked into our organization and retailed her ass off. She would sell challenge packs, I mean, while you and I were sleeping, and as you can see, her retail commission that week was $863, and her team bonus was $42. Now, let me do a breakdown for you guys so you can understand what I'm talking about. Melissa and Darlene, if at some point I sound very confusing and you guys know this well, please stop me.
No, you're good. So you're good.
Great.
I'm following along and I'm understanding. So keep going.
Okay. So what happened here, where you see this $42 team bonus, this person was an Emerald. And because she was an Emerald, she was able to cycle 3 times. Remember, guys, team cycle for an Emerald is at $14 a cycle. So 14 times 3 equals 42, okay? Now I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you stop becoming a retailer and you start building a team. Let me see how I can open this. Hold on a second.
Oh my God, my mouth just opened.
Yeah, this is like one of my favorite slides in the world. Hold on. Why doesn't, can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at the one above, that same person, you know what? I can disclose who it is. This is Audrey, actually, the top one. And the one that I showed you before was Audrey when she first started. This was Audrey a couple of months after, the top one, okay? So Audrey decided that it was time to build a team and stop retailing. So now if you look at her retail numbers, she's at $261. Can you guys see it good? Because I can't see it good here.
Yeah, $261, $50.54 for subscription.
Okay. And now if you guys look at her team bonus, that's $1,566. Her matching bonus is $197, which means that any Emerald and Diamond in her team and above they earned $1,970 in between all of her emeralds and rubies and diamonds, okay? Because of her team, she got an extra almost $200. But that team bonus, I'm going to divide that team bonus for you right now and tell you how many times she cycled so you can understand a little bit better. She cycled 87 times. So what does this 87 time mean? This 87 time means that her right leg, this is an example, was at 200 and her left leg was at 187 times. And this is why building your legs is so important. Now, the one in the bottom is Saudi, okay? Look at Saudi's retail commission, $138. Her subscription commission, which you guys all know, or even if you don't, is the commission you get off your coaches who are subscribed to team, oh God, what is it called? I'm telling you, I'm a hot mess today. To On Demand, to Team Beachbody Club. Sorry, guys. So you earn $15 for every time. Is it $15.99, guys? Can you correct me?
Yeah, it's like 33% or something crazy for every time somebody does a subscription. Like you lose their subscription. So it should be about 15.
So let me stop here for a second. For those of you guys who think that it's not important to sell subscriptions, can you imagine, and I think it was Amy who had a call on this, can you imagine if everybody who says no to you because they can't afford the shake and because they can't afford the program, if you sell them a subscription, if you sell 100 subscriptions in 3 months, guys, calculate how much commission that can earn you.
Yeah, and at this point, you don't even have to sell subscription. You sell a free 30-day.
Exactly.
And then, they choose, which most likely they're going to love it.
And exactly, and that's what happens. They fall in love with it because if they're literally paying $2.99 a week. Like, who doesn't want that? So now when you move down to her team bonus, that team bonus of $7,056 means that Saudi cycled that 200, 100 that I talked about. She cycled, I'll tell you how many times right now. 250. That happened 252 times, okay? So 252 times her leg was at 200, 100, but you have to obviously do the math, and I can do it for you now. So you guys can see. Hold on 1 second. Oh, guys, here's some juicy stuff too. Here is star bonus examples. So as a 5-star quarterly bonus, if you are a 5-star, if you held your qualifications for 6 weeks, this is what your payout looks like. And if you are a 15-star, this number down here, quarterly, is what your check looks like. Again, guys, this is all based on the amount of work and labor you put into this. All right, now let me get out of here so I can explain this better. For me to be able to continue explaining, I need somebody to volunteer and show me their back office so we can do this 200, 100, and why can I not get out of this chart? This is great. Hold on a second. Oh God, okay, close. All right, here we go. Stop sharing. Okay. Anybody? Can anybody volunteer? I'm like one person.
I would, but if I start opening my screen, my internet gets crazy. Hold on.
Oh wait, Yamari's, you're a new coach, so I want somebody a little bit older, and I'll explain to you why now.
Do you want mine?
Whoever. If you could just share your back office so I can show everybody.
Hold on. Signing in.
Guys, and I have another presentation, but I just don't have it on this computer. I'm so sorry.
Share.
I would have prepped, I promise.
Oops. Where did it go? Not that one. There we go. You see it?
Yes. All right. So what I want you guys to see is obviously Darlene is a Star Diamond coach, which means she cycles at $18. Do you guys see the left leg and the right leg where it says 285 and 869?
Right here.
Can somebody tell me, based on what we talked about, how many times they think Darlene is cycling this week?
Just twice.
Exactly. So, guys, when I mentioned before, for every cycle, your legs have to be matched in terms of 200, 100. So this is the best way of explaining it. Darlene, do you mind clicking on volume details?
Nope.
And let's go to where it says 1578 and 868 something. Like the 9th or 8th row. 1578, yeah. Okay. So if you guys, this is how I do my volume and how I figure it out. I always grab the smaller number, because in my case, my smaller number is a lot smaller than my bigger number. And I multiply it by 2. In this case, it would be 16. But Darlene doesn't have 1,600 on the other side. She has 15, okay? Which means she's only going to be able to cycle 7 times unless she had any banked. Do you guys get what I'm saying?
I do. Does anyone else?
This could be very confusing, and I wish I would have had my other presentation, because Darlene, let me see something.
Go for it.
Let me look at my computer. How do I? Oh, duh. I don't know.
Okay, so it's because they're taking 100 from her right, matching that to 200 on her left, and because she isn't at 1,600, it can't go 8 times, or it goes 7 times.
Exactly. You know what, Darlene? Let me share screen really quickly.
Okay.
But don't leave that page open, please. I'm gonna go back.
Okay. Wendy was like, Wendy, it's confusing at first.
It could be that, but you know what? I'm gonna say something to you really quickly. Hold on. All right. So you see how this left leg volume, team volume, this is all based on your team, guys. This is not based on what you do alone. And this is the beauty of this business. So you see how Julianita's left leg is at 540 team volume points and her right leg is at 200?
Yes.
Okay. So you see how they subtracted on the left side 200 and on the right side 100, and that left them with 340 on the left and then another 100 on the right. This is exactly how you can do it. This is a very long way of doing it. If you have, for example, 2,000 and 1,300, you start subtracting 200, 100, 200, 100. But I can tell you off back that the only amount of cycles you're going to have is 10, because you only have 2,000. So it's basically like dividing the larger number in half. So let's say you have 2,500 as a large number, as your strong leg, and your weak leg is at 12, right? You're going to be able to, if you divide it in half of 25 is really 12.5, right? So you're going to be able to cycle 12 times. Whatever was left of the weak leg gets banked until you use it. Now, if you lose your emerald status, all that volume that you have stored wipes out automatically 100% completely. So make sure that you guys do not give Beachbody your money. All right, Darlene, bring me back to that page because I want to show them why it's so important to work with a team.
Did you stop sharing?
Oh, that would work.
Share. There you go.
All right, click on 1578, please.
Oh, hold on, my mouse disappeared. Oh no, my battery's died. Oh my goodness. Baby batteries. Melly, can you click or no?
No.
All right, I'm trying to open mine for backup.
Oh, I actually froze. Oh, I'm frozen.
You're okay.
I guess you're not the only one having internet issues.
You know what? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can open mine. Hold on. No, he said it's not me only.
No, because I just heard from someone saying that it's going really slow for them too here in the Bronx.
All right, I opened mine. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Well, this will stop other people sharing their. Yeah, continue.
But I can see.
Sorry, girl. You have to catch the recording.
All right.
All right, this is me.
Can you do me a favor and click on 1177?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, there was even a bigger one there. 1442, if you can, on the right hand. Sorry.
Okay.
Did it open in your end?
Yeah, it didn't open in yours?
No.
I new share. I think I have to open the little one that opened up. You see it?
No, I don't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Now I see it.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I want you guys to see. This is your left, your right leg.
This is the right.
This is Melissa's right. This here is volume contributed from everybody who is on Melissa's right leg, okay? This means that people who are above her placed people in the same leg underneath, or depending on where Mel is, which I don't know exactly, this is just people from her team and their coaches, and she gets to benefit off this volume, right? We all benefit. Like I see everything that she sees, everything that you see, everything that Darlene see, I see all those numbers, and I'll show you mine in a few. So when we try to pair people up and do success partners, there's a reason. Working together, guys, is probably the best thing that you can do, encouraging each other, because you see these numbers here. Mel, do you know everybody that is on here?
Yes. This is my weak leg. So this is just me and my coaches.
Okay, so do me a favor, go to your strong leg.
Okay.
Sorry. This obviously is Melissa built. This is exactly what she just said. This is her team, her coaches. It's all of you guys and your wonderful coaches. But I want you to see something that she hasn't built. And in my case, I can show you a lot of that.
All right, so I'll go to 1177 because that number was, that's the left leg. And I'll share that.
Yeah, I'm signing in while you do that.
Okay. All right, so this is other people. And I mean, I know them because I know everybody on the team, but these are coaches that Sharice added, Jasmine Fleet has added, and other people.
All right, so as you see, remember how we talked about that 200, 100? All these people contributed to this number 1177, which if Melissa's right leg was half of this 1177, it means that she was able to cycle 5 times, which in essence would give her, for some people, they're like, what is $90 a cycle? Guess what, guys? That number of cycle was what made me work this business. I literally got, I was checking my bank account and it said $42. And I was like, why is Beachbody charging me $42? And I was like having a nervous breakdown. And when I called Beachbody, they basically were like, no, that was actually a check that we send you. We deposited $42 in your account for team cycles. And that's when the bell went off in my head and I was like, oh, wait a minute. So you do make money. So all these numbers that you see here, Melissa may not know all of them. In her case, she does. I'll show you mine now. I don't know everybody on mine, but I love them and I'm grateful for them. And this is why building a team and working with your team and working with those people that your coaches bring in is so freaking important. And let me show you.
While you're putting yours up, just go over the 2 to 1 again real quickly.
Yes, I'm gonna go over it actually while I'm doing what I show you guys this. Hold on a second.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, share screen. All right, can you guys see this?
Yes.
All right, let's look for a decent example. You see this 30,478?
Yeah.
Okay. And you see the 3342?
Yeah.
In a perfect world, in
I
a
don't
world,
see it.
in a world that we would all love to live in one day, if this leg right here, the 3342, which is my right leg, showed a number of 15,000, okay, my cycles would have been worth, hold on a second, $2,700. That's just in team cycles in 1 week. Because this leg is extremely poor still, and it's growing. My cycles that week, I was only able to cycle 33 times. Did you guys understand when I said to you, it's easy for me to calculate how many times I'm cycling because my other leg is so weak? Do you guys get what I'm saying? No?
So can you do that math that you did again? You said you take the smaller number and you multiply that by 2, right?
I take the smaller number and I multiply it by 2.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I take the larger number and I divide it by 2.
Got it.
This is for somebody whose legs are very paired. Mine are clearly not very paired. I have a very weak leg. Do you guys see the difference? Do you understand what it is when I'm talking about weak and strong? I can do this with you guys one-on-one, so it can be a lot easier because it's kind of hard. And I have a really good presentation, but I don't have it here.
So just because I'm looking at it, some people are saying they may not be able to see it. I'm not sure why, but the strong leg, you had it at 3478. So that's your strong leg because the team volume is highest. Mm-hmm. And then your weak leg is weak because it's less. And so the way that the 2-to-1 works is they take the 200 from the strong and 100 from the weak, match it up, cycle once, subtract it, then cycle again and again until.
Exactly. If you wanted to sit there and do it that way, eventually 33 cycles later, you end up at 0 on my weak leg and whatever amount on my strong leg still left over, which is being banked. It's
right.
Not going anywhere. It's being banked. There is, I'm not really quite sure, but I think it's once it hits 1 million, it washes out and you start all over again. I really have to look into that because I have a lot of cycles banked right now. Do you guys want to go over that one more time to understand it? Because I know it could be very confusing, and explaining it when you don't have a board could be. Oh, I actually have a board. You guys want me to do it on a board?
Yes.
To make okay.
There's yes on the chat.
All right, hold on.
So when you don't have a strong, another leg, if you only see one, you have to get to emerald in order for this stuff to kick in. So this works when you're emeralds and above. And then Melissa mentioned that if you lose emerald rank, whatever you've banked goes back to 0 until you regain your emerald rank. Or you could call it the emerald bank. So this is like the kind of stuff. That's why when you're a brand new coach, we only like hint at it. Like you guys can do team cycle bonus and you would cycle like this. Because we want you, right? If you're working and you want to work, you would be communicating with us so we could explain the emerald to you once you get there, kind of thing. Because this is complicated stuff, but it's good stuff to see because you get like a vision, like the fact that she has that much going on her left leg and the opposite going on her right leg, you can see, what can happen in the future.
Can you guys, let me close this, hold on. You're not going to be able to see because of the light.
No, we see.
You can see? Okay. All right, so basically, this thing is not going to freaking stand. Okay, let me hold it this way. Bear with me. Don't look at my outfit. You're lucky that you got me this afternoon. I literally had a team call in panties. Yes, I'm retarded. All right, so guys.
Okay, now we can't. There you go.
Okay. So basically, this would be my strong leg, right? The 2,500.
Yes.
And this would be weak leg, 728. So we start subtracting from here. 200 and 100, right? 628. And this, I'm so sorry, guys, but I am like falling on the chair here. Do you guys see how we're subtracting? That's already one cycle. See that? Yes, yes, no? Okay. Now we're going to do another 200 here. And that's going to leave me at 2,100 on my left leg. 528 on my weak leg, right? That's another one, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to do this again. This is obviously the long way of doing it. So far, as a diamond, I've cycled 3 times. And that's when I cycle at 18. If this was an emerald, this person who's already cycled 3 times would be cycling at $14. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And I still have 1,900 here. And I have 428 here. Okay, and I'm not going to have any room because I'm so messy. 1,700. Melissa, I know this is killing you right now.
No. So you could basically do that 3 more times.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the easier way, because this is such a small number, I know automatically I can only cycle 7 times.
Right.
That's how, for me, it's so easy. Now, when I start seeing Saudi numbers, I'm going to have to grab that calculator. And my hope for all of us is that we'll have to calculate 3 numbers at a time and not 1 and 2 like I have to do. Get it? Right now, it's easy to just grab the first 2 numbers because you guys saw that my biggest volume on my weak leg has not surpassed 5,000. It's been like 3,000, 3,800. So it's easy to say, okay, I'm cycling 38 times or 23 times, whatever it is. Get it?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. Now I can sit. Take it out of the way. Okay. Now, for those of you who have strong legs and weak legs, how do you make your legs strong? How do you make your weak legs stronger? I don't know if you know this, but every emerald is worth 270 team volume points. Okay, because it's what the coach and the 2 coaches they brought in. 90 times 3 is 270 team volume points, right? Now, what happens when you have 270 team volume points? That's almost 3 cycles. So if you're worried about increasing that weak leg, you have to worry about working with your team and building emeralds. Emeralds are super important in this business. So how do you do that? You guys know how to build emeralds, right? And we have to work on helping these emeralds maintain their Shakeology orders on HD. Because imagine having 10 new emeralds, that's 2,700 team volume points. And if every month, those 2,700 team volume points are there because those 10 emeralds and their coaches are drinking Shakeology HD because it's just so good for you, guys, you're going to cycle 27 more times because of that emerald. Those 10 emeralds. Do you guys know how to go to your volume and go look at it and see exactly what's going on? Does anybody here have any question on their volume? If there's somebody here who doesn't have volume, and this has happened on a call before, please don't get discouraged.
Right.
Because you saw that picture where I showed you guys the $2,700 of Audrey. Audrey's in an inside leg. Audrey never, ever, ever saw all those numbers that I saw. You saw when I had 30,000. She doesn't see those numbers. She had to build on her own and with you guys as a team. So don't get discouraged. It's on you to make those numbers grow. Okay? Don't sit there and think to yourself, oh, I'm in an inside leg. It's never going to work for me, because guess what? Lindsay Matway, 2014 top coach, inside leg. Let's say Audrey, 2017 top 10, inside leg.
So, Jamaris, we can go over everything in your back office. She's like, my back office means nothing to me. So let me just look through here real quickly for questions.
Well, the best part, can you guys hear me even though everybody's frozen for me?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. The best part is that as we grow together as a team and we continue to build, everyone sees it, especially if you have a team that's working. And you see the volume of each other, not just you.
That's what's so amazing. Like that strong leg of mine that you guys saw is you guys. It's Audrey's leg, is Alisa's leg, is Melissa, is Darlene. And eventually that's going to be my weak leg, because I'm building. And I'm building emeralds. You don't see them popping out yet, but they're going to be coming out really soon, I promise. And that's what it is. That's how you start getting those 270 team Ds.
Yeah. So someone asked if you could rearrange your legs. Wendy asked that, and we all wish we could. No, the only time you get to move a coach is right when they sign up. You have 5 days, right?
Yes.
Other than that, they're stuck there, and we have seen many times where everybody has wanted to move a coach once in a blue, but you can't do it. I think Melissa froze now too.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay, because you froze on my video.
Oh, okay.
I'm losing everybody in New York City one by one.
I think at the end of the day, guys, before you put anybody in any leg, call your upline, call Melissa, call Darlene, and have them look at your organization before you do anything. Because you don't want to put them in that inside leg, and you don't want to put them on the wrong leg, and they can help you strategize that. And if you have any questions, I can help you also. It's very easy. Everybody is always wondering, how do I add somebody? How do I make myself an emerald? Guys, how many of us here don't have a cousin, an aunt, a mother, a brother, a sister, a father, somebody who we can trust and say to them, I just opened up my business and I need your help. For 3 months, I need you to support me and drink this shake.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? In 3 months, they're either going to say, I'm freaking in love with this, and I'm never quitting. I'm sorry, Wanza, or whoever it is. Or they're going to say, get yourself another coach. I can't afford it. But we all have somebody that's willing to help.
That's true.
Oh, Wendy wanted to know if you need to hit Success Club to cycle.
Yes, hold on a second. I never had that issue, so I can't tell you that one.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No, you have to be active, though.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what? I think so, Mel. I do. You can cycle, but you will not get a check because you're not active.
Right. You need to be an active coach.
Yes. You need to be active on, yes, you do have, actually, no, I'm lying. No, you're right. I'm like in another world. No.
You don't have to hit Success Club, but you need to have at least 100 PV or 90 PV.
As a diamond, you have to have 100.
100. Yes. So that means that you're drinking Shakeology and you have customers that are also drinking it.
Yeah.
There's activity going on. But you don't have to necessarily hit Success Club for you to hit Cycle, because the Cycle bonuses come out weekly and Success Club's monthly.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're building a business, guys,
you should hit Success Club.
Success Club should be a non-negotiable. Honestly, I mean, look at your coaches. They're both legends. They have been hitting Success Club for more than 24 months. I've been in this business for 4 years and change. I just hit 24 months because I didn't know the value. And I'm not blaming my upline, because I could have sat there and figured it out. But to me, this business was a joke. It was some extra petty cash. until, like I said, I started seeing $600 and $700 and $800, and I was like, well, maybe I think I can do this. Until I left my job of 17 years to do this full time. Like, people think I'm nuts, but there's a reason why I left. I wouldn't be leaving if I wasn't earning decent money.
You're not nuts.
Oh, no.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely.
And so, just so everybody knows, the right and the left and the strong and the weak look different for each and every one of you, because it's dependent on where you are in the organization. So some people are on the right leg, and so because you have a working coach, it's either me or Darlene, you are seeing coaches under you. Some people are on the left leg, and you would be seeing things going on in your left leg, which that would make it the strong leg. You have to we have to look at your back office separately, so that we can make sure that, you know, we're giving you the right advice, because right and left, strong and weak, look different for each person.
You know?
I know for me, my strong leg is typically what someone would call a weak leg, which is the one I'm building with my team, because you guys are awesome. And because we have people like Miviam and Maria and their teams on there. And then the weak one is the opposite, but then they flip-flop sometimes too. So you can never...
That's when the leadership ladder comes in.
Yeah, which is another call for another day.
Jasmine, I'm reading the chat now. I see that you're lost. Is there any way that I can help you one-on-one?
Yeah. Well, I was lost because in my back office, there's like pretty much nothing there, because I'm an inactive coach. I'm inactive right now. I have to go back active. And so I only have, right leg? No, my right leg's empty. Left leg. But then she had mentioned you had to be emerald to even benefit to see it. And I've never been emerald yet. So that's another reason why I don't see a lot of the things that everybody else is seeing. So I just had to wait and for the rest of the conversation to hit for me to understand why I didn't have a lot of things going on. But yeah, I still would like to talk maybe one-on-one, just so that as I'm going now, since I've been, you know, doing what I had to do, I'll know, you know, which direction I'm going on. And if and when I turn emerald finally, you know, I'll know where to place people.
Okay. Since you haven't hit emerald yet, this is something good that she just mentioned. They say, and it's the very truth, that there is one spot in your org that you should hold for your significant other, for your mother, for your sister, somebody who you want to make money. And I'm gonna explain to you guys. I am not a 10-star. I am not a 2-star. I'm a 1-star, and I'm worried about bank right now, to be very honest with you. And what I did was I put my husband on my weak leg, and when I was given the permission to, Beachbody allows you to open business centers every time you achieve 2-star in your business center. They give you the opportunity to open up another business center. So I opened up my second business center inside his weak leg, and I work that business center. Very confusing right now, but hold the spot for your significant other, guys, because where normal coaches see $40 for a challenge pack, I see almost $67, because I funnel everything through my husband and through that weak leg. And eventually, when you guys get to time in and you're doing all that good stuff and building all that volume, we can talk about all that great stuff. There's many good calls on that. But Mel and Darlene, there is actually a 3-minute call, and I'll get it for you guys. I forget his name. It's that coach. It's the guy with the blonde hair. He makes really cool videos. I'll share it with you guys so you can share it with them. If they didn't understand what I was saying in a whole hour, they'll understand him in 3 minutes.
Okay. And guys, what she just said, even if you kind of think that it sounds like another language right now, remember that we had this conversation, because it comes like when she explained to me that she's, you know, on the same challenge pack that I'm selling, the same challenge pack that you're selling, she's making 2 times or sometimes 3 times as much as I'm making on it. because of how she structured her organization. That, I mean, if you think about it, that's working smarter, not harder. You know, we're both hitting Success Club, but she's hitting it and making more than I am. So don't feel like, because I've heard this conversation, the volume conversation. I jump on every call about volume, and it still sounds like another language to me because numbers are crazy. But every time you listen to it at different points in your business, it just starts to make more and more sense.
Same here.
If you're just a coach, you don't have not rank advanced to emeralds, or even if you're emerald and you're trying to achieve diamond status and you're kind of lost, just hold the thought and know that every time I add a coach, let me ask my upline where I put them, what I do with them, so that, you know, we can strategize on that. Because the idea is, if you grow, we grow, but when we grow, you grow as well. Every time we add someone, your organization looks a little different.
Yep.
And so the person, yesterday you could have, maybe it was strong to put, you know, it was a good idea to put it on the left leg, for example. But then I came in and a bunch of coaches came in and we put like 8 people down there. Maybe it's a good idea for you to put that coach on the right leg so you can cycle. So don't, you know, you're like, think this is Mandarin. It is, but you know, it'll get easier. I know we have like a lot of people who are very number driven in this team, or both our teams, and you want to understand it because that's just your nature. But just know that this is an opportunity that's out there and it's available for you to make income off of it. So as you grow, look at Melissa. She just said she's been a coach for 4 years and she became a legend recently. That means for 2 years, she was just the hobby coach. And in 2 years of taking it seriously, she was able to make enough income to leave her job of 17 years. Like that's crazy to me. You know, she came in just like, I'm going to do this. That's fun, and lose weight with my cousins. And then look at where she is now. So don't feel like discouraged by anything, because literally, I mean, Melissa, did you know that Audrey was going to become the superstar that she's become?
Guys, quite honestly, when Audrey posted about wanting to eat those marshmallows or whatever the heck she wanted, I hit my cousin up and I was like, you need to call your friend. She's talking about she's buying some stuff. You need to sell her a challenge pack. Yeah. Nico's response was, nah, those girls are not into that. They don't work out at home. And I'm like, well, just try. You never know. Exactly like Mel said, you can't sit there and figure and second guess, because you never know. You know how many times I've said, I'm sticking this one on this leg because she's never going to work. And I'm like, oh, God.
That's the one that works.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this isn't a secret. If you ask Audrey and Charisse, they will tell you the same thing. But Charisse was a challenger of Audrey's. And when she said she wanted to become a coach, Audrey was like, she has a great career. She's not going to want to work this business. And she put her just wherever. Charisse turns around in like just a couple weeks, brings me on board, brings on all these other like hardworking people on board. And she's got like all this volume coming out of her. And Audrey was like, who's she? Like, where did she come from? And all of us are from there. So you can't ever underestimate that. You know, that's the power of just the fact that you made this decision to become a coach, which is always mind-blowing to me, because you made that decision. You have no idea whose life you affect and what changes can occur in your life and in their life.
Yeah, and who can need, like, I remember thinking, and again, I don't want to sound the wrong way. I had a really great paying job. I remember thinking to myself when Saudi said to me, like, what can $150 do in your house a month? And I was like, I work overtime and I'll make that money. Like, it wasn't really anything to me. But I also remember that one coach of mine who cried, like literally in tears, when she had a $60 check because she was able to take her son to the movies that week. Like, it broke my heart. And I was just like, oh my God, here I am thinking, all right, I have a cushy check. I don't need this, but I've been giving this business and I can bring people like her who actually do need these 60 something dollars. You know, we sit here and we don't want to talk about it because we're not making that money, but eventually we will be if we're talking about it enough, if we're sharing that much.
Yeah. So are there any other questions?
My kids have lost it.
Oh, I did have a question. I wrote it down really quickly. So the matching bonus, that's for PS coaches or for any coach in your team?
Your matching bonus is for your PS coaches.
Okay, and PS is personally sponsored.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It would be so nice if it was for everybody in your team. We should suggest that. They'd probably laugh at us.
I know. I always tell Audrey, hey, Audrey, can you ask Kim if you get one day to rearrange your back office and change your coaches? I'm like, just ask him. Like, there should be like a freebie day where we all get to move things around.
The site would crash.
I'm like, come on, please. She's like, that's never going to happen. I know.
Want to hear something funny? My old upline coach submitted her cancellation into Beachbody today. And Saudi, her coach, right? Well, they deleted Saudi instead of her. So I'm like, Saudi, why does it say that your brother is Caesar's my upline? She's like, oh my God. She was having a panic attack.
Oh my God.
This could be a good thing. Because now what could happen is they could be all messed up and put me on that really strong leg of yours. I've been hitting refresh all day. I'm like, it's not happening. Well, the thing is they put her back in all her coaches. The bad thing is that they didn't make that mistake with me. It's okay though.
All right, thank you so much. I know that this is like a topic that everybody wanted to hear. And I know that everyone's going to come get off the call and be like, what? But it's okay. Like, you know, Darlene and I are not numbers people. So this kind of stuff freaks us out. But when you start seeing it, like when you see it, you see that 90 and you see the 100 and then you see like that's when it starts coming in. And you're like, okay, now I see what she says. And then when you see your first, you know, $14, $18 check, that's the part that says team bonus, then you can literally click on it and it'll tell you where it came from. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. I don't know what happened to Darlene.
I'm here. I'm just frozen.
Okay. So next week's call will hopefully be with Audrey. We have to confirm that.
Yes.
And if not, it'll be Darlene and I talking about success partners.
Yay.
All right. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Anytime, guys. Thank you guys for your time. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to not to email me, to send me a message, and I'll help you guys because I can see all of you guys.
Yeah. And she'll like literally knows what she's talking about. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.